this is a reading for Virgo. This is a full moon, wolf moon reading for January 25th. It's going to be in Leo in the middle of the day, literally noontime at 54 minutes. So around this time, you could be doing some self-reflection, having an inner power struggle, or maybe not. Maybe you're having strength in that ordeal. Also, there's also going to be a transformation and also a form of protection. Depending on what you're going through in your life and where you're at in your life, this year's going to have a lot of weird shit happen. There's going to be a lunar eclipse, solar eclipses, and a twin moon in June and July. It's going to be a lot of things coming to the table. So, it starts off with a bang, doesn't it? So your first question is, what is your greatest strength? We have heals and physical emotional wounds. I should actually read your card, but I'll do that last. So there's also a compromise with your strength. So you're going to have to come to terms with healing, but it could be through compromise instead of like self-healing. The reason why I tell you to self-heal all the time is that if you self-heal, you don't have to compromise. It just doesn't happen. So there's also, how can you step into your own power? We have learning a new skill or embracing an opportunity. So you might have an opportunity coming your way about your talents and stuff, depending on what it is. With me, I've been reading too many of this Puff Daddy stuff. You know, I'm doing a reading on a Jane Doe that went missing from that whole thing. But yeah, so you could be really good at a talent, or you could be really good at something. Hopefully you're not in the Illuminati. Let's put it to you that way. Or around Puff Daddy. But anyway, there's energy vampires, okay? So be very careful. It's important that you heal. It's important that you do self-care every day, so that you can get rid of negative energy that you may have come home with, or that would fester into your psyche later on. Self-care is helping yourself adjust and cope with things, and also adjust your energy to get rid of negative energy. Humans have the power to do that, by the way. A lot of people forget that they are a human. They are a powerful being. Sometimes they forget. So, as long as you meditate, you get rid of bad energy, and you smudge every so often that you feel like there's bad energy around you, you should be alright. Just leave the window open when you smudge, so you don't like kill yourself and you don't leave bad energy in your house or your domicile. So just remember that. We also have, what traits can you be more celebrated? We have compassion and we have hooked. I feel like when you fall in love or you like somebody, you get really hooked on their energy, or you're a fan, which is nothing bad. It's cute, but you do have to have your own self ambitions. I feel like you want a best friend real bad. I feel like you may have a lot of acquaintances or like friends, but you don't have like a best friend that's just like as weird as you or better. I feel like you might have had one when you were a kid, but you don't have one now. But you do have the compassion, and you do have that like excitement of finding like a best friend. You might actually find one, but probably not this year. Might be later on. Might be at the end of the year, or some. For others, It might be next year around April. You might find like a kindled spirit, which is cute. Um, so where can you take bigger risks? We have apprenticeship and we have fear. With apprenticeship, I feel like you could actually be good with your hands, or good at music, or good at recording. And the fear is to become too successful. Well, like I said before, Puffy Combs is running amok in Hollywood. But anyway, if you stay true to yourself and you always feel your art and you feel your talent, and you'll be okay. If you fall into the trap of trying to fit in with other people that are less than you, there's a lot of people in Hollywood that are talentless. If you're in Hollywood and you're like an influencer, or you're getting in the music industry, remember who you are. No source of fame, fortune, or whatever can be an exchange for pure talent. And I'm going to say this because I'm an aunt. Do not fall into the trap of trading your soul and your talent for something as worthless as money and fame. Be yourself, be a martyr, be the person that would have been proud to walk away from the industry a long time ago. Okay? Because there's a lot of people trapped in Hollywood. There's a lot of people that forget about their roots. They forget about who they are as a person. And they just want the fame, fortune, money, girls, and stuff. And all of it's fake. Okay? Be true to yourself. Alright? That's real. Who you are is a real person. That's what everybody wants. The real ones. Okay? They don't want fake ones. You can't return back to your mother's house after you sell your soul to the devil. You're not the same person. You're a zombie of yourself. You have to be authentic. Remember that your family, wants you to be you. Even if they don't express it all the time, okay? Alright, determination. Every time you hear it can't be done, you become more determined than ever to accomplish what you set out to do. Dare to defy expectations. The bumblebee. But also, be safe, okay? I don't want any of my fans or people that watch me to become who they don't want to be, okay? If you want to be rich and famous, there are other ways to do that. If you want to be part of the Illuminati, then that's your choice. But remember, you made the choice. So if you feel not like yourself after you made that contract, there's a reason for it. Also, there's some people that, are conspiracy theories, like myself and other people. But did you know that if Tupac and Biggie got out of their contracts with Puff Daddy, I don't think Tupac was in a contract with Puff Daddy. Tupac was in a contract with Suge Knight. And I believe if those two got out of their contracts around the same time, that they would have had a music industry that would dwarf the music industry that they came from, and it would have been bigger than what they could have expected, because these were two talented artists, Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur, and they would have been big. Okay, they would have been big on their own. They would have been big as a unit, but they had talent. They always did. They were poets, they were artists, they were visionaries, and they were gone too soon because of Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy killed his friend Biggie. I believe that. He killed Tupac Shakur because Tupac Shakur could, talk in poetry and make people feel. Okay, and that's what I believe. And that's why they were killed. They had too much talent. They had more talent in one pinky than Puff Daddy ever did at all. So, stuff to think about. Remember, talent is futile. Fortune and fame, It can all be earned by yourself, other avenues, by basically being like my friend is, going to different bars, hotels, things that play live music, and becoming rich and wealthy that way because you get well known. Okay? Um, Doing online concerts and being your own person, selling tickets at your own rates, doing the groundwork. Some people want to be rich and famous because they don't want to do the work to become famous. They want other people to do that for them. But it depends on how many people you have on payroll. Okay? You might be, subjectified to making millions of dollars a year. But how many people do you have on payroll? If it's just you and your band, you make money. If it's you and the hundreds of other people that the industry gave you to promote you, you're getting like $100, okay, of your own money, which is ridiculous. So remember, the people you have on payroll better be big, supporters of your music and what you do. They have to be somebody that you would be proud to take home to your folks or your family and for your best friends to meet. You shouldn't just have people in roll call because they're supposed to be there to help you out, promote things. You have talent, you have esteem, you can go in there and actually do it yourself. If you have the talent and you have the time and you have the focus, you can become a business person, you can become an entrepreneur, and you can become a talented artist all on your own. You make your own label if you want, but I would just stay an indie artist because indie artists can do whatever they want in a moment's notice and not really feel obligated to be like where they need to be. But yeah, you have more fun being like a freelance artist. It's fun. You get paid all the money that you suggested, and you can do what you want. I mean, it's an equal opportunity stake, and with the internet, you can do that. You don't have to partner with anybody because some people are idiots. Some people don't want to do the work. Some people just want the paycheck, and they're not really worth your time. I mean, my best friend from school became an artist. She likes touring at her own rate. Brett Loudermilk, the freak prodigy, he went to high school with me. He literally sat behind me in a lot of my classes, and he was doing magic tricks and stuff at lunch. And he became really big into going on tour and stuff, and his friends that did the same stuff he was doing didn't want to go. They said, oh, we're going to college and all this. And Brett was like, but we have so much talent together as a group. And I told him, I said, if they don't want to come with you, you can do it yourself. I mean, you have enough talent to go on and be really great and do your own thing. You don't really need people telling you, oh, I can't do this, or be moody or something, and then cancel a thing that could be really big for you. You take along people that support you as a human being, but if there's nobody, you can support yourself. And he went on and he did that. He dropped out of school and he did all that. So it depends what kind of person you are and how you feel. Sometimes destiny pulls you, and you have to hear the call because it's not going to pull again, okay? It only pulls once for you, alright? Anyway, Virgo, I hope this helped you out, especially if you have any decisions you need to make or you have something bigger than yourself that you're dealing with. You can do this. I mean, I have every belief in you. I've been through a lot of stuff myself, and if I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I've been through more court cases than probably anybody you know, and I've won every single one of them. So, I've done half of them by myself, so, I know the law pretty well. But I do have attorneys and stuff that help me out with that sometimes. But you can do whatever you want, okay? You don't need people holding you back from stuff. You need to have determination. You need to feel yourself. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If it feels right, do it. And surprise yourself at how much fun it is, you know. I've been an artist for a few years myself. I don't write music. I do like visual art. I do like practical art. I do questionable art that makes people think and feel, and you know, they feel my heart a lot of times in my stuff. They feel my fear in a lot of stuff I do. They feel my pain, my accomplishments, and I love doing visual art. I would stop the world to do visual art every day. It's a lot of fun, and I like being a writer too. Um, but yeah, it's something that I always feel, and if I feel like I need to do something, I just do it. If I feel like I shouldn't be doing it, not today, it's not right, there's sharks in the water, I don't do it. All right. So anyway, Virgo, enjoy the full moon. Make